Hello everyone, my name is Blessing and I welcome you to this tutorial. In this video, which is part of our data cleaning series, we'll be looking at how to standardize dates. When we say standardize dates, what do we actually mean? We are trying to say that, hey, sometimes our dates don't really appear as dates. So we have to make sure they appear as dates and also the way we or our clients want them to appear. So that is what we mean by standardizing dates. The first one, sometimes our dates don't always appear as dates. Probably they appear like text. For example, look at this date column and this column that has the order dates in this table and then this as well. You will discover that some entries are aligned to the left while some are aligned to the right. For example, this is aligned to the left, this is aligned to the right. Which one is correct? Texts are always, by default, they are always aligned to the left. So this date entry here appears like it's a date, but in reality it is actually a text, which is why it is aligned to the left like text. However, this is aligned to the right, and immediately I click on any of these aligned to the right, you discover that it brings up the date format here. So how do we make sure, same thing applies there, how do we make sure that these are all recognized as dates? How do we make Excel, or like force Excel to recognize every entry in this column to be a date? So the first thing we do, I'll select the entire column, then I'll go to my date tab. Here I have text to columns. I'll click on that and this box comes up. Now, first thing I will just do next, because it's already delimited, so I'll say next. The next thing I will do, nothing here really, I will just say next. And now to this point, it is asking me, I will have to select dates definitely, but this option, which do I select? It is saying, is it month, day, Y, or year, sorry, month, day, year, or day, month, year, and thereabout. By default, it is day, month, and year. But if you look at our dates here, you will discover that all of them that are aligned to the left, which are text, we actually have day, this is month, this is day because this is 31st, right? And this is year. Same with this. This is month, this is day, and then this is year. So all of them, most of them like that. Some of them we may not be able to tell apart, but for several of them, that's how they are. So M, D, and Y. So we will have to select M-D-Y here so that it will recognize it and format it accordingly. And once you've done that, that is the end of it. And so when we say OK, everything is formatted clearly. And let's go back to our home tab. Once I click on any of them, it tells me that they are now recognized as dates. Beautiful. Let's do the same thing for our ship date column here. You guessed right, data, text to column, nothing here, next, nothing here, next, and then this has to go because the same thing applies. Let's move this a little bit. The same thing applies here. This is month, this is this is month, this is day, and then this is year. Same thing here, and several others that are aligned to the left. So we will still have to select month, day, and year, MDY. And when we say finish, that works out beautifully. So now every entry here, let's go back to our home tab. Every entry here is now recognized as a date. But that is just half the job done. We've just gotten half of the job done. The next thing is, what if this is not the exact format we want? How do we fix it to have the exact format? So same thing we will have to do. We select all our dates in this entry. I click the first one and then I use my shift control down arrow key and it selects every other entry in that column. Let's scroll up a little bit. Now I will have to come over here, click on this, that's this number group, click on the drop down there, and I will just go to more number formats. When we are there, it is already selected as date because that is how the column is formatted. From there, you can now choose which date format you like. You may want to start with the country if probably the date format you are trying to use is country specific. You may want to start with that. You have that for the US, you have that for the UK and the rest. The one we use in our country is mostly US, UK. Okay, so now you have different date formats. You could have this and the rest. Let's just look at a few of them. From the first here, you could just look at several of them, what they appear at. So this is like 29 January. So it's actually formatting my first date in that column. So this actually, this is 2010, but this other one, it just drops to 20 and we'll just have only 10. The same thing about here. And these are all different date formats. You can just keep scrolling through. There should be a few more up here. Yes, there should be a few more. You can just go through all of them and select the one that suits you best, the one that you prefer. And as I said earlier, you can also choose based on the country. And that is how we standardize our dates. I hope this made sense. If you have any question, you can always reach us in the comment section. I will drop the link to, let me cancel this. I'm not actually formatting anything. I'll drop the link to this table in the description so that you can access it and do a few things with it. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.